I do think it's interesting that if you talk old school basketball with a lot of these NBA players, young NBA players, they think Kobe and Shaq and Tracy McGrady, like that's old, and Allen Iverson is old school hoop. They don't think of Jordan. They don't think of Ewing. They don't think of Barkley. Those are just guys that they now see on TV that their parents and grandparents tell them were great.
By the way, if you look at a lot of these dynasties in the NBA, they got lucky in the draft. They found a guy in the second round, Draymond Green, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, or somebody like Steph, Clay fell in the draft. Larry Bird got drafted a year before he came out, like 6. Kobe fell to 13th. Sometimes you have to get lucky. I'm watching the Lakers. I think they stole the player in the draft with Kyle Kuzma.
No question. Kyle Kuzma has been now
shocking.
It's a couple things. It's important to point out that Kyle Kuzma's 22.
Yeah, he is. That's
right?
a big thing.
You know, it's a lot like Ben Simmons is probably going to be the rookie of the year, if not for Kyle Kuzma.
Right.
Ben Simmons had a year to redshirt, right? A year to develop.
Yeah.
In addition to his year at LSU.
But Kyle's physically an NBA player.
Not just that, but a lot of the most recent success stories, the Isaiah Thomases, Draymond Greens, they're also tweeners, right? Isaiah Thomas is really a 2 in a mini point guard's body. Draymond Green is a 5 who's in a 3's body. Remember, he lost a bunch of weight when he came to the NBA. Kuzma's a late bloomer, a guy who had academic issues and before, ending up at Utah and played for an NBA coach at Utah and has a fantastic personal trainer. But I heard you say that Lonzo changed the culture of the Lakers, that you said earlier?
I think he's a culture changer. He is Steph, but passing. Their assist numbers are through the roof.
No question, but I also think a lot of that is they got rid of cancerous D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah.
Okay, D'Angelo Russell was a cancer. Wouldn't work hard, wouldn't buy in, was all about himself, all about his numbers, not about winning. They've taken Luol Deng off the active roster. They didn't think he was necessarily about winning. They've gotten young players, and they have changed the culture. And I do think that when your point guard is somebody who would prefer to pass as opposed to score, selfishness and unselfishness are like the flu, right? You have it, everybody else has it. It spreads.
No question.
It's especially in basketball, but. Kyle Kuzma, 38 on the road. It's not just that he's an incredibly hard worker. They got done with Summer League. Everybody else went on vacation. Kyle Kuzma got back in the Lakers practice facility. It's also that they've evaluated his ability to play kind of the stretch 4. And so I think some of it is guys are undervalued because of their lack of size at their true NBA position. Some of it is their work ethic. Some of it is the time that they spent developing their all-around game in the NBA. And some of it is proper evaluation by the Lakers. Now they've drafted well as opposed to the previous regime drafted poorly and paid free agents that weren't valuable poorly.
Doug Gottlieb. By the way, Christine's tried to support that Boston media, tough Boston media. Boston, New York guys are tough, but the New York media can be rough. You see those Boston guys with Belichick? 15 minutes, they didn't ask a question about the health guru.
And they still didn't even ask the question, right? He tiptoed around, just ask the question. Why isn't he welcome on the sideline anymore? Tom Brady's trainer has an office in the facility, but he can't come on the sideline, and he can't go in the jet, and he can't work with anybody else.
It's the biggest story in the NFL.
No question. Now, look, I know your theory is that Bill Belichick, and maybe this is what he's trying to do.
He scares everybody.
He's trying to,
Scares everybody.
Well, I do think I think that's what they do, right? Like, they will send you off to football Siberia if you don't like it, and they keep everybody in check. And
that's what Christine says.
She's right there. Okay, like part of the magic to this deal is that Tom Brady is the first guy to get blasted in film. And yet he takes it.
Yeah.
And his trainer, but part of it is like a little snake oil sales going on here with Tom Brady's TB12 method. Right?
I think he's gone all these kale pajamas.
I like and have used Eastern medicine. I think it has value.
Sure.
But please don't tell me that it's gonna solve the common cold or keep you from tearing your ACL. Julian Edelman completely immersed himself in the TB12 method.
How is he?
He tore his ACL in a non-contact move, right? It's like, don't tell me you're pregnant, show me the baby. There isn't anything there. So I think some of it is like, look, we have trainers, we have medical staff. Tom, you can work with your guy. We're not going to kick your guy out, but I don't need him doing the snake oil sales on the sideline here. It's, it's Brady's a little bit like Tom Cruise with his Scientology thing.
Yes.
Like look, as long as you can still throw a football, fine.
Yeah.
Just don't try and convert all of our football players to Scientology.
It has got a Scientology feel to it. Christine has to support the Boston media. They hate
He
me.
didn't like, all you have to,
I'm not
Christine,
supporting
they
them.
didn't ask the question.
I'm not supporting
Very
them.
supportive.
No, I said too that none of them asked the question, and
But
that
you
was
know-
often how the press conferences
I gotta
went.
go. I
Hey,
got
hold
break.
on. In fairness, the media sucks up to Greg Popovich too. Like Greg Popovich won't just answer the question on the sideline. But I think part of it is the media is scared of being embarrassed on social media because of somebody's answer.
Yeah,
and ends
for
up,
sure. I was a victim of that. That happened to me with Belichick. By the way, the Patriots just released a video of Bill Belichick breaking down plays with Scott Zolak.
I'm breaking down plays.
All right, thanks.
Weird.
That's the
Breaking down
Doug or
plays.
Doug Gottlieb Fox Sports after this. Third.